Good morning. It's a brand new Monday morning. Thank you so much for spending time with us in morning devotions. I want us to go over with Paul to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 today and talk about what kind of a job has been done on your life. You say, what are you talking about? Yep. What kind of a job has been done on your life? We find in verse 9, Paul says that you are God's field, you are God's building. Each one of us is a building. The foundation of our building is Jesus Christ. But now other preachers have been building on our life. In verse 10, Paul says, by the grace God has given me, I laid a foundation as an expert builder, and someone else is building on it. But each one should be careful how they build. For no one can lay any foundation other than the one already laid, which is Jesus Christ. If any man builds on this foundation, any preacher who's working on your life, using gold, silver, costly stones, wood, hay, or straw, his work will be shown for what it is. Not God's work, the preacher's work. Because the day will bring it to light. It will be revealed with fire, and the fire will test the quality of each man's work. Not God's work, each man's work. If what he has built survives, he will receive his reward. If it is burned up, he will suffer loss. And then he continues and says, he himself will be saved, but only as one who escapes by the fire. Now, you and I as Christians have to sit down sometimes and ask ourselves, what kind of a job is being done on my life? If you were to build your house, you would want to have a good contractor, and you would want to make sure that that contractor uses good materials. You don't want him to build with, forgive me, styrofoam, chicken wire, and a plaster coat of concrete and call that a strong wall. You want good, heavy, hollow blocks with rebar in it and filled with concrete. You want a strong wall. You don't want a cheap wall. You want him to put good materials and to really do the job. And you say, well, how do you know when the guy's done a good job on your house? Well, how does your house stand up to the typhoon? And how does your house stand up in an earthquake? The same thing is true in your spiritual life. There are many preachers that build in our lives that, forgive me, they use junk. They use trash. They use wood, hay, and stubble to build in our lives. They build in our spiritual life with cheap things. Now, they can make it look really good, but it's cheap things. And there are other preachers that build in our lives using precious things, gold, silver, and costly stones. You say, well, Pastor, how do I know what kind of a job a preacher's done in building my life? Well, the fire tests the quality of each man's work. Not test the quality of God's work. Not test the quality of your love for God, but test the quality of what that preacher has built into your life. When the fire comes, when trouble comes, when persecution comes, when the difficult times come, in the season of the fire, you find out, hey, did this guy build with good things or bad things? Fire in the Bible doesn't just refer to trouble, it also refers to an outpouring of the Holy Ghost. When there's a great outpouring of the Holy Ghost, let's see what's left after the fire burns. The fire doesn't burn up gold, silver, and precious stones. The fire burns up wood, hay, and stubble. Look around in your spiritual life after the trouble comes. What's left? Look around in your spiritual life after revival. What's left? Then you see the quality of what has been being built into your life. Maybe we need to be a little bit more careful about what we let people build in our life with.